Why are Thai children weak in mathematics? Survey results of the reasons why Thai children are weak in mathematics. 1. As for the students, teachers are of the opinion that the reason why Thai children are weak in mathematics it was caused by students not liking it. I don't like solving problems. Lack of regular practice and self-review, but students have opinions on the above causes are at a moderate level. 2. Parent-side teachers had a high level of opinion that parents' lack of education is the reason. Thai children are weak at mathematics, but the students' opinions on the above items were at a moderate level, and the students both levels also saw that parents not supporting or paying attention to students' studies was the cause of low level. 3. Regarding the curriculum, teachers have a high level of opinion that the reason Thai children are weak in mathematics is due to the media. Inadequate teaching and teaching facilities. However, secondary school students have opinions on these causes. Moderate level and primary school students had a low level of opinion on the aforementioned causes. 4. Teacher side. The teachers had the same opinions as the children on only 4 issues. The teacher had the students read it for themselves and then come to their own conclusions. Come take the exam. The teacher has poor knowledge. Lack of self-confidence. Teachers do not directly graduate from the field of mathematics. And teachers are not open-minded. Students answer freely, which causes Thai children to be weak in mathematics and students in elementary school to have every opinion. The above-mentioned items are at a moderate level. How to make Thai children good at mathematics. 1. Student qualifications. Students must be interested in studying, learn with understanding and see the value of mathematics, likes to calculate, likes to think, likes to solve problems, able to apply knowledge, solve problems, practice and review by yourself regularly. Have a good basic knowledge of mathematics and should dare to ask questions. Dare to express yourself. 2. Qualifications of parents. Parents should support or take care of their learning. Students in counseling should have at least high school education and above, and the economy is not poor. 3. Course qualifications. The curriculum that will make children good at mathematics should have a variety of subject content. Some difficult content. Study time must be increased more than currently. Teaching media and teaching aids must be sufficient. The number of students in each room should not be too large. 4. Qualifications of a mathematics teacher. They must teach well and explain well. Be patient and use teaching materials to help children understand. The teacher's teaching methods should be interesting. Teach with an emphasis on problem solving and application. Give students the opportunity to answer. Freedom is motivated to work. Train students to read on their own and draw their own conclusions. Be strict in doing homework and checking. Consistently graduated directly from the mathematics field. Mathematics teachers that students need. About the characteristics of mathematics teachers should be a kind person, understand and sympathize with students, care for students, and are dedicated to learning. Teaching mathematics. A person with a sense of humor. He is a person of kindness, ethics, and patience to explain to students. stories, and not being harsh or venting anger in the mathematics classroom. About teachers' teaching abilities, the students saw that teachers should be able to teach mathematics in an easy-to-understand way. There are many interesting teaching methods. Teaching is fun. Teaching students to use knowledge to solve problems. Provide opportunities for students to participate, able to persuade, get children interested in learning mathematics, use teaching media to help create interest. Review definitions, formulas, and rules for students regularly. Provide advice and guidance for students to think for themselves. Make students see the value and love of mathematics.
About mathematical knowledge, teachers should have good knowledge of mathematics content. A variety of methods can be used to solve problems. Mathematics teachers should think that mathematics is not difficult for everyone. Have an understanding of the curriculum. Mathematics has an understanding of the nature and development of students.
Mathematios teaching model. Current mathematics teaching requires students to learn with understanding. Have sufficient basic mathematical knowledge. Skills able to apply knowledge to solve problems can be various. Teaching mathematics must help increase quality of life. To be appropriate and consistent with the evolving economic, environmental, social, scientific and technological conditions. Go without stopping. Teachers should therefore use a variety of mathematics teaching styles that are consistent and appropriate, with learning content in each learning standard to achieve maximum efficiency in management. Teaching the mathematics subject group. Current mathematics teaching requires students learn with understanding. Have sufficient basic mathematical knowledge. Skills knowledge can be used to solve various problems. Teaching mathematics must help increase quality of life to be appropriate and consistent with economic, environmental, and social conditions. Science and technology are continuously advancing. Teachers should therefore use teaching styles, a variety of sciences that are consistent with the learning content of each learning standard. In order to achieve maximum efficiency in teaching and learning the mathematics subject group. Teaching format. Teaching model refers to a sequence of steps used for guidelines for organizing teaching and learning that cover important elements, which has been organized as regulations based on philosophy, theories, principles, concepts or beliefs, consisting of important processes or steps in learning and teaching, including various teaching methods and teaching techniques that can help students learn according to the stated aims. Teaching formats that are appropriate for the subject matter of mathematics. Currently, there are a variety of teaching formats that focus on students, which is suitable for various learning groups. In this course, the learning format has been selected. Teach appropriate to the subject matter of mathematics. To present as an alternative for teachers, it has been applied in teaching mathematics in 4 formats as follows. 1. Deductive teaching and learning. Deductive method. Deductive teaching and learning. Deductive method is a process that teachers use to help learners achieve learning according to the specified objectives by helping learners have knowledge and understanding concerning theories, principles, rules, or conclusions in the subject studied. Then use examples of using theories, principles, rules, or the conclusion in many examples. Or students may practice applying theories, principles, rules, or that conclusion goes in a variety of new situations to help students understand the theory, principles, rules, or that conclusion more deeply, or briefly said that it is teaching from principles to small examples. Important steps in organizing deductive teaching are as follows. 1. Teachers convey knowledge, theories, principles, rules, conclusions that they want students to learn, with various methods as appropriate too. The teacher gives examples of various situations in which the knowledge learned can be applied. 3. The teacher asks students to apply the knowledge and understanding that arises in new situations. 4. The teacher asks students to analyze and discuss the learning results. 5. Teachers evaluate student learning outcomes. Strength 1. It is a teaching method that helps convey content quickly and without hassle. 2. It is a teaching method in which students have the opportunity to practice applying theory, principles in new situations. 3. It is a teaching method that allows students who have ability or quick learning to develop without you have to wait for those who learn more slowly. Limitations 1. It is a method in which teachers need to prepare a variety of examples, situations, problems. Students have practiced too. It is a teaching method that depends on the teacher's understanding and ability to apply theory and principles. 3. It is a teaching method that is suitable for students who are slow learners. They may fall behind their peers and have learning problems. 2. Inductive teaching, induction method. Inductive teaching, induction method, is teaching from details. Break it down to find the rules, that is. It is teaching from the small to the whole, or teaching from examples. Rules, principles, facts, or conclusions by having students study, observe, and experiment. Compare and consider finding the same or similar elements from various samples to taken as a conclusion. The aim of inductive teaching is to help students discover rules or important facts yourself and clearly understand the meaning and relationship of various ideas, inform and encourage students to learn how to conduct investigations and find knowledge on their own. The steps for organizing inductive teaching are as follows. 1. Preparation stage. It is preparation for students. Review previous knowledge or lay the foundation for knowledge. 2. Sample proposal step. This is the step where the teacher presents examples, situation, information, phenomena, or concept for students to observe the characteristics and properties of the sample to consider. Compare and summarize principles, concepts, or rules. The presentation of examples should present several principles. Provide enough examples that students can summarize into various principles or criteria. 3. Comparative stage. It is the step where the learner makes observations, research, analyze, collect, compare. Similarity of elements in the samples, distinguish differences, see the relationship in the details. Same, different at this stage if the example given to the learners is a good example. Covering characteristics or properties. Important principles theory will help students to study and analyze according to their objectives. quickly. But if the student is not successful, your instructor may provide additional information or use methods to stimulate students. Continue to innovate by asking stimulating questions, but not in a way that tells you the answer. Because this teaching method aims to make students think. Understand it yourself. Students should be allowed to think together and analyze in small groups, in order to exchange opinion of each other by emphasizing the participation of all students in a thorough group discussion, and teachers should not being in a hurry or pushing the learner too much. 4. Rules stage involves students taking various observations from examples and summarizing them into principles and rules, or define it by the students themselves. 5. Application stage. In this stage, the teacher will prepare examples of information, situations, events, phenomena, or a variety of new ideas for students to use in practicing knowledge and drawing conclusions. Or teachers may give opportunities to students. You can help compare examples from your own experiences. It is to encourage students to use the knowledge they've received for use in daily life, and will give students a deeper understanding, including a test learner's understanding that the principles receive. Can it be used to solve problems and do exercises? Or it is an evaluation of whether the students have achieved the set objectives or not. Strength 1. It will make students understand clearly and remember for a long time. 2. Train students to think according to logic and principles of science. 3. Let students understand how to solve problems and know how to work correctly according to the principles of psychology. Limitations. 1. Takes a lot of time and may cause boredom in children. 2. Make the learning atmosphere too formal. 3. Teachers must understand this teaching technique well, so there will be results in teaching. 3. Teaching and learning according to the 7E learning cycle. 7E learning cycle. Teaching and learning using the 7E learning cycle is a teaching model, a type of inquiry that emphasizes on allowing students to use scientific inquiry methods using knowledge techniques. Thinking includes intelligibility, plausibility, and wide applicability. In organizing teaching activities so that students can practice thinking and develop high-level thinking, each step uses cognitive techniques to demonstrate the ability to think logically and to be able to evaluate one's understanding. By comparison, weigh the reliability and reasonableness of old ideas with new ideas, because students practice their cognitive skills. Organizing teaching and learning according to the 7E learning cycle has the following steps. 1. Step of checking previous knowledge, elicitation. In this step, the teacher will ask questions to encourage learners have shown their previous knowledge, so that teachers will know each child has a basic knowledge base. How much will you put? The lesson plan is correct, and the teacher knew that what content should students study before studying. In that content. 2. Engagement phase is the introduction to lessons or topics of interest, which may arises from doubt, or it may start from the student's own interests or arise from discussions within the group. Interesting stories may come from events that are happening at that time. Or is it a connected matter? With the previous knowledge that the additional children have already learned, teachers are the ones who encourage students to create. The question determines the issue to be studied in cases where there is no interesting topic yet. Teachers may study from various media or be motivators by making suggestions. The issue comes up first. But students should not be forced to accept the issue, or questions that the teacher is interested in the subject that will be used to study. 3. Exploration phase. This stage is a continuation of the interest arousal phase, which when students understand the issues or questions that you are interested in studying thoroughly, there is a plan. Set guidelines for surveying and investigating, formulating hypotheses, determining possible alternatives. Take action to collect data, information, or various phenomena. Inspection methods may be done in many ways, such as conducting experiments. Do field activities using computers to help create simulation. Study information from the document was referenced from various sources in order to obtain sufficient information to be used in the next steps. 4. Explanation phase. In this stage, when students have obtained sufficient information from the survey and investigation, the obtained information is then analyzed, interpreted, summarized and presented. The results are presented in various forms such as briefings, creating mathematical models or drawings, creating tables, etc. The findings at this stage can go in many ways, such as supporting the set hypothesis, contradicting the set hypothesis, are not related to the issues that have been specified, but the results can be in any form. They can create knowledge and help learning. 5. Expansion, elaboration phase is the application of knowledge created connected to previous knowledge or ideas that have been further researched, or use a model or the conclusions used to explain the situation or other events, if used to explain various matters. It means that there are few limitations, which will help connect with various stories and creates broader knowledge. 6. Evaluation phase. This stage is the evaluation of learning through the process. Various things about what knowledge students have, how, and to what extent. From this stage, it will lead to the use of knowledge applied in other matters. 7. Knowledge application stage, extension phase. In this stage, teachers must prepare opportunities for students in order for students to apply what they have learned to benefit their daily lives. The teacher will encourage students to use the knowledge gained to create new knowledge, which is called learning transfer. Strength 1. In the process of checking prior knowledge, students can use the knowledge they already have to learn things various and help prevent erroneous ideas too. Make teachers discover what students need to learn first before learning the content of that lesson. 3. Students can apply knowledge to their daily lives. 4. Organizing teaching and learning to solve problems using Polya problem solving. 4. Organizing teaching and learning to solve problems using Polya problem solving. Organizing teaching and learning to solve problems using Polya problem solving, is training to the students have a good method to solve problems rather than teaching students to know the answers to problems by trying encourage students to discover patterns or ways to solve various problems by themselves, that is, emphasize process skills, student thinking. Organizing teaching and learning to solve Polya problems has the following steps. Step 1. Understanding the problem involves thinking about the problem and deciding what is important. Requires searching, where learners must understand the problem and identify important parts of the problem or explore what words, phrases, or small sentences there are in the problem and what their meaning is. Divided into parts to determine what the problem requires. What are you looking for? Required information. What are the conditions? For example, 1.1. What the situation gives. 1.2. Things you want to do. 1.3. Does the situation have hidden conditions for solving it? Step 2. Problem-solving planning step. It is a search for connections or relationships between data and objects. Know the value of combining the relationships gained with experience. Set guidelines or plans for solving problems or steps. Detailed analysis and finding connections between the given information and what is being sought using definitions. Various properties and theorems that have been learned before. In considering it, various methods may be used to help reach the right conclusions. Able to solve problems and find answers. Such as finding patterns, guessing and checking, doing the reverse, drawing diagrams or illustrations, creating patterns, making a table, simplifying the problem, writing sentences, mathematical symbols, etc. Step 3. Implementation of the plan. It is the action according to the plan or guidelines that may be laid out. Check the feasibility of the plan. More details, then practice until you get success. If unsuccessful, must find and solve problems until the problem can be solved. Step 4. Check the results. It is a way to look back at the answers that were received. Start by checking correctness, reasonableness of the answers and problem-solving strategies used. Is there another answer or strategy to solve this problem? Again or not?